Addiction is a silent thief. It creeps into your life, often unnoticed, until it has robbed you of your very existence, destroying your health, relationships, dreams, and sense of self. Looking in the mirror, you barely recognize the person staring back at you. The hollowness in your eyes tells a story, one of countless battles fought in silence. Eventually, you realize that the thing you once turned to for relief has now chained you into a cycle of despair. Addiction isn't just about your crystal meth usage or your bottle of vodka every night. It's about behaviors, mindsets, and an attempt to fill a void that feels bottomless. Your addiction isn't just a habit. It's become your shadow, following you everywhere, whispering promises it never keeps. The real battle isn't with what you're addicted to, but why you're seeking to escape in the first place. Normal people, regular people, they lose everything to addiction. They lose their health, their beauty, their teeth, their wealth. They lose connection to the people they love the most. Ultimately, they often lose their lives. And yet, nothing shakes them from their addiction. Nothing can force them to give up their addiction. The addictions are so powerful, and the question is, why? As one addict once said to me, "I'm not afraid of dying. I'm more afraid of living." So the question we have to ask is, why are people afraid of life? If you want to understand addiction, you can't look at what's wrong with the addiction. You have to look at what's right about it. In other words, what does it give you that nothing else does? There comes a moment when you realize you're no longer in control, a moment that changes everything. This time, this moment, something breaks inside you, and it breaks differently. Maybe it's seeing your child's tears, maybe it's losing everything you've worked for. For some, it's a near-death experience. For others, it's the slow erosion of hope. Did you know that addiction is not just about the addiction itself? It's about what it hides. Every sip, every click, every high is a desperate cry for escape, the escape from pain, loneliness, childhood trauma, or an overwhelming sense of inadequacy. So, instead of seeking solace in the silence of addiction, ask yourself, what price are you no longer willing to pay? What demons are you fighting? What are you truly running away from? And what's the void you're trying to fill? Here's the truth. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's the foundation. And your intense, obsessive nature, that's raw power, waiting to be redirected. The path to breaking free isn't easy. It's messy and riddled with obstacles. Doubt, judgment from others, and the hardest part is the fear of letting go. Addiction whispers lies, convincing you that you cannot survive without it. Addiction grips you because it represents a way out. And perhaps the most shocking truth is this. Addiction often provides something valuable, a relief from the pain, a sense of peace, a sense of control, and a very temporary feeling of calmness. But at what cost? With every act of indulgence, you're making a trade. Short-term relief for long-term damage. As the great R.D. Laing said, there are three things that people are afraid of: death, other people, and their own minds. Right now, you're not just battling addiction. You're facing a deep-seated fear of being alone with your thoughts, of confronting the emptiness. What if your addiction isn't the problem, but rather a misguided attempt to heal the wounds of your soul? Change starts with a decision, not just to quit, but to dig, to figure out why you started in the first place. This is where true power lies, not in avoiding the struggle, but using the pain as your compass, by pointing towards what you truly need. The journey from addiction to self-improvement is about finding what was missing: love, connection, purpose, and building a life around those. But to change, you must first shift your perspective. Recovery isn't about fighting your demons. It's about understanding them. Your addiction spoke a language of escape. Now it's time to learn the language of growth. It's an opportunity to transform your need to escape into a search for excellence. What if you saw your addiction as a teacher rather than a curse? What if every craving was a chance to uncover the wounds you need to heal? Picture this. A man deep in addiction discovers adventure. Each time he craves, he laces up his shoes and hits the road, using his pain rather than numbing it. Over time, his craving transforms into clarity. This isn't magic. It's the power of shifting your compulsive nature, the same energy with a new direction. Gabor Mate once said, "Addiction is not just a brain disease or a bad choice. It's an attempt to fall in love with life again." You are here to turn your struggles into strengths, your hardships into high performance. So ask yourself, What small step can I take today to face my pain instead of fleeing from it? You're not just recovering, you're evolving. Every day you choose sobriety. You're not just saying no to addiction, you're saying yes to your potential. When you conquer your addiction, you reclaim your health, rebuild relationships, and rediscover your purpose. More importantly, that same force that once pulled you into darkness becomes a source of empowerment. It's now your rocket fuel towards the light and to help show others the way too. The truth is, addiction didn't destroy you. It revealed your strength. Your struggle wasn't your weakness, it was your initiation into a deeper understanding of human nature. So remind yourself daily, you're not broken, you are not weak, you are not lost, you are becoming. And your story isn't just about recovery, it's about redemption, rebirth, and the raw, undeniable power of human resilience. Recovery isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Each day you choose healing over harm. You rewrite your narrative. What would your life look like if you found the courage to face your pain and embrace your power? Addiction is powerful, but so are you. Remember, the light you seek is already within you. The depth of your darkness determines the height of your light. Your addiction didn't break you. It broke you open. It's not about running from yourself, but embracing who you are, the scars, the flaws, the pain, and everything else. Your journey to freedom begins with a single decision, to believe that you are worth more than your addiction. So, what are you waiting for? This is the start of your legacy.